So the time is once again upon us for another episode of Blognus the Red, the video blog where I take you through my very slow and painful progress painting a Magnus the Red in my spare time to give away to one of my Patreons. It's been a journey so far. It's been interesting trying to squeeze in such an ambitious miniature between commission stuff, between things that I'm filming for videos, between other side projects that I've got on at the moment. You might, if you turn your volume up, be able to hear the dulcet tones of 3D printers running in the background, and that's because I have a robot factory in this office now, and that's definitely taken some time away from things like painting projects. But all of that said, Magnus is going well. We're having a good time with him. Good things are happening. There is progress being made, and I'm now at a point where I've actually got to get the box back out again and unclip some more stuff from the sprue. So let's take a look at what progress I've made in the last week or so. It's a little bit more than a week. Okay, so this is Magnus week 2, day 1, and I'll be honest, I don't think I'm going to get a ton done on him this week, but I did get some done. So this is day 1, as I say, and it's already Wednesday of week 2. Friday is my birthday, so I'm not working Friday. Probably not working over the whole weekend, to be honest. I don't often take my birthday off work. I'd really like to this year, so I think I'm going to do that. But we did get some done today, and that's a positive thing. So what did we do? I've done some more work on the hand here, just putting a bit of detailing onto the eyeball. If I can bring the camera in real close. There you go, and focus, focus, focus. You can see I've got some sort of veiny business going on in there, and all sorts of goodness. Bit of gloss varnish over it, that kind of thing. So that's pretty cool. Good stuff is occurring. That's probably going to be too far out. There we go. That's pretty good. So what else? The wings. I've done these nice sort of blended accents on the wings. The hair has been blocked in red, then had a quick dry brush with some sort of pyrrole red, like a brighter red, and then some caribou crimson all over it, which has gone a bit glossier than I'd like, but that's fine because I can always matte varnish that as long as I do so before any metallics. That'll be a-okay. I've also just done a little bit of fixing here where I'd dry brushed previously. The sort of ridges, the ridge feathers here had gone pretty much completely turquoise, which I didn't like the look of. So I used some red glazes just to pull those back down a little bit, make them look a bit better. Popped in, you can kind of just about see it. On the back there's sort of some little sprouting feathers, if you just look under the hair there. And I just popped in a little bit of turquoise highlight on top of those. And that's really about it. It's been a pretty straightforward, not overly adventurous day 1. I was mostly working on some Blood Bowl stuff, which is like the end of a commission that I wanted to get finished. So that was really my focus. But I'm going to try and get a little bit more done on him tomorrow if time permits. I'd at least like to maybe get the metallic parts of the wings done and these little sort of dew claw things, so that the wings can be kind of complete, and then get the hair complete as well. So maybe that's what I'll shoot for tomorrow, at which point then I'll need to start filling in more bits of armor and stuff as well. So there's going to be a lot more work ahead, but it's going well still. There's not been any kind of major blunders or anything. There's been nothing particularly upsetting. Everything's still looking how I wanted it to look. So I'm happy so far. So that's Magnus week 2, day 1. So first of all, we should probably begin this clip by saying I'm really sorry if you can hear the robots in the background. I've recently added an FDM printer to my my workflow, my available stuff, and it's a lot noisier than the resin printer, but it also has to run quite a bit. So apologies first of all, but this is kind of an unexpected extra video. I didn't realise I was going to find time to do this, but I've actually managed to fill in the gold as well. So this is, I took some time off for my birthday, which is why this is a bit more than a week later that this is coming out. But this is all kind of the second week's worth of work. So as well as getting that work on the wings done that you saw in the previous clip, I did also manage to get this basic gold laid down. And I actually made a custom wash for this, which I've had to save some of because there will be some more gold. So this is my own wash that's gone on here to tone this gold. And the actual gold tone itself is really interesting too. It's the Viejo metal color gold, which is very cold, and then the antique gold pure metal pigment from Green Stuff World. And by mixing these two together, this really warms it up. But the Viejo gold has that really kind of smooth, fluid, soft application. And so between them, we get this really nice punchy gold, which I am actually going to come back in on and do a couple of stages of highlight work with, of, you know, finer work, tuning and stuff like that. But yeah, just to kind of start out with, I'm actually super happy with how these golds turned out. I really like the tone of it. It's very different. You know, it's a unique tone. It's not a gold tone that you see a bunch. When I first looked at it, I was like, is it a bit close to like Retributor Armor and Raiklen Flesh Shade, which is, you know, the stock gold. It's like the gold that we've seen 100,000 times before. But it's actually, when you compare the two side by side, and I don't have anything within arm's reach, unfortunately, now. But I do have stuff nearby that I can sort of see from my shelf, and it's actually really different. The tones in this are way different, actually, compared to Retributor with Raiklen Flesh Shade. So that's a relief, because I didn't want it to just look like, you know, stock boring gold. But this is good, because it's kind of a pivotal point now. Because things like, you know, the horns and stuff, and, you know, these little horny bits here, they're kind of more in the back section of what I'm going to do. There's a little bit of silver metallic to go in here as well, but again, it can wait, it's not urgent. So the next thing I actually get to do now is paint the loincloths, which I can then fix on, and then choose what extra armor plates I want to put on. Probably the thigh plates, and maybe the plate that goes at the top of this arm. But he's definitely not going to have all of his armor. He's certainly not going to have his chest plate, because I just really love how impactful the shading is on the chest here, and I really want to lean into that and take advantage of it. So there's a couple of tiny little mistakes also just to pick up. There's one place, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it this far zoomed out, but there's a spot just here where I spotted some gold in, but fortunately that's a really dark area, so that'll be super easy to correct. I think that's actually the only one for the time being, or the only, you know, noteworthy one. So we're pretty close to starting to see, you know, something that looks like a miniature coming together. All of the horn I'm doing is like a black horn with grey, and I'll use like a warm grey going up through probably like a sunny skin tone or something similar. So all of the black will be done together as one process. The fingernails, the toenails, the bigger fingernails on the claw here, these horns and these horns. So that's a separate thing. The handle and blade of the weapon are separate things. Obviously there are silvers to go on here and here, so they'll kind of be done together. But it's actually, I thought this was a week of really slow progress, and it turns out it's actually not. It's pretty good. The progress is coming together quite well. I just had some sort of dramatic bigger jobs to get round to on him, and until I got round to them, you know, it's hard to sort of see that progress. I'm not sure if I mentioned in the previous clip either, but the hair is filled in as well now. I've still got a little bit more highlighting to do on the hair. I want to run a few streaks through the front of it, but that is also filled in now, and I'm not sure whether I actually brought that up. You can see it's kind of all, you know, blocked in and shaded. So, you know, at first I didn't necessarily feel like it was a great time to bring this video out. I almost thought maybe I should bank up a little bit more progress, because in my head, for some reason, it didn't feel like I'd actually moved very far on him. But now when I look at a photograph of him as he is now, compared to a photograph of him as he was a couple of weeks ago when I first started him, he's moved on a fair bit. And I think he's looking pretty good. I am kind of in that weird limbo at the moment of, I need to make a decision as to if I want just nice, clean, well-highlighted skin, or if I want to do something really funky like, I don't know, some kind of all-over body tattoo or something, I don't know. I'm sort of a little bit stuck on that front. So post your ideas in the comments below. Let me know what maybe you think you would do next, or a little sort of spicy extra, something that maybe you'd want to add to a miniature like this, and, you know, help me stay inspired. So folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. It will be a little bit briefer than stuff that you're used to, but I think it's a fun series and I'm having a good time making it. Please do remember to hit that thumbs up button if you like the video, to subscribe to the channel and enable notifications if you want to stay up to date on more, and to check my links in the description for things like Patreon and affiliate links and all that sort of stuff. Thanks a lot for watching, folks, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.